Now, one thing that I really look for on high pressure days and bluebird skies like we have here, it's cold front, it's post frontal. And if you see here, we got a bed right here. You can see the pollen is all over the water and the fish is not on the bed, but we have this mat right here close by to it. These fish, when they pull up shallow, they're not really looking to move far distances. You know, the water temp is right. They've already committed to the areas, so they're not looking to swim 500 yards out to the big water. So they're gonna move to the closest thing that they possibly can and stay warm. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. Is I'm in the areas where the fish are starting to bed, and I'm looking for the grass or a tree or any type of cover, the closest thing they can move to without them having to resort to leaving the entire area. So what we're doing is we're just flipping a little Tokyo around with a 1 ounce weight and just kind of planking these grass mats. It's just, we're looking for fish that are still in the area. We're gonna have to change our plan. We're just using a little bit different bait to target the fish in these areas. We're here on Santee Cooper. We're fishing shallow water. All week it's been in 75 degrees. The water temp's been 60, 63, and the temp this morning is actually 57. So we had about a 4 or 5 degree temperature shock, and that really shocks these fish when you're really shallow, because the shallow fish are the fish that get affected the most in cold fronts and post-frontal conditions. And so what we're doing is we're fishing the same areas because we know the fish are here, and we're just trying to slow down. When the fish are really spawning, we might be targeting the tree in more wood situations, but right now we're actually flipping the mats themselves. We're looking for cover that's gonna hold heat, that gives those fish some protection. And we move into a back little pocket right here where we're out of the wind. Wind will actually cool the water temp down a little bit, especially the surface temp. So what we're looking for is we're looking to find areas where the water is slick, calm, where you're in protected areas, because those are gonna be the areas with the high skies and bluebird conditions. Those are gonna be the areas that warm up the quickest and the warmest. That's one thing that's very versatile about the Tokyo rig itself, is it's just a harness. It is a tool where you can change any bait you want to, whether you have a 2-aught or a 5-aught hook. I can throw, if they're really biting, I'll throw a 5-aught hook and I'll have a very beefy bait on there where I think the fish are really aggressive. And like right now, I'm throwing a Zoom Z-Crawl Junior, and this is just a little 3-aught hook. You can actually finesse down and you can put any size weight you want to on it. Whether I'm really wanting to power fish and I have 1.5 ounces on there, and I'm pitching it through the thickest cover, or I can put like a little 3/16 or an 1/8 ounce when I'm fishing, say, tidal bodies of water, or I'm just trying to flip into trees and just catch those subtle fish. From power fishing it to the most versatile, slower finesse techniques, one rig, one harness will do it all. Exactly. Just got to give them a different approach. Like we said, post-frontal conditions, high, bluebird skies, got to sometimes send that big weight in the grass. See, that's the best thing about it, whether you're changing the hook size or the weight size. It's the most universal tool to adapt your bait, whether you want to finesse down and go bigger or vice versa. Fish like that. As you can see, that mat right there, that is the mat we just caught that fish out of. And I actually just got to the point which separates these two pockets. And what we're looking for is, in my eyes, in post-frontal conditions for shallow fish, that's gonna be the higher percentage area to have the fish, because see, it's out of the wind and it's actually on the sunny side of the pocket. And that's what we're looking for. Because see, on this side, it's more shady and the wind is actually blowing directly into it. So to increase your odds, getting out of the wind and fishing the sunny side, chasing the sun is a big factor during the spawn, because those fish need sun to spawn. And the main thing is it heats the water up the fastest, and that's where they're gonna be at.